Hey there, Gavin Gay here from UltimateReloader.com. I'm here with Craig Arnson from Area 419. Craig, thanks for coming back once again.
Thanks for having me.
So here's what happened. We were just out shooting. I had a few magazine feeding issues. This is a common thing. If you've ever felt that the cartridge is digging into the metal lips and things aren't angled quite right. Now, Craig has a lot of experience with magazines, like stacks and stacks and stacks of magazines. He's agreed to share his tips for tuning these magazines. Why don't we take an in-depth look at this?
Let's get to it.
So cooking show at moment, you've completely disassembled the AICS style magazine. It's pretty easy. The floor plate pops off.
They slide off. Sometimes they take a little bit of encouragement because they might be captured by a little detent there. But this is one that Accurate Magazine makes. You can put a flat screwdriver in the back, twist it, and it'll push it over that bump, and then you just slide it off, and it'll kind of puke on your table. It's all spring loaded, obviously.
Yep.
So the next thing I'll do, with a magazine, it's got to hold your ammo, and then it's got to let go of your ammo at the right time and angle and place. So the very first thing that I do is I'm going to take this apart, and then I'm going to realize that these followers are all plastic and injection molded. There might be some 3D printed ones you find on the market, but typically they're all molded. So the first thing I do, and you can see right here, there are these real subtle mold marks. So I take my trusty 600 grit sandpaper, and typically I'll do it wet, so it's real fine movement. And then I'm going to polish the sides and the front all the way around on that follower to make sure that those little mold marks don't become some sort of dragging issue coming in and out of the mag. The next thing you can do if you're dragging, Lucas Oils makes a product called Speed Wax. And what I'll often do is spray that Speed Wax on the inside of the magazine and polish it all out, and that'll just give you a little bit more lubrication as the magazine wears in.
Do you ever have issues with dust accumulation due to that, or does it?
Certain mags, American Rifle Company mags are one that get a reputation for they're a little dirt sensitive. So they're a really good idea for doing something like a Speed Wax, but Ted actually coats those in a Teflon product.
Okay.
So it's a different creature altogether. Most of these metal are some version of like a black oxide coating, which is what you're seeing here. That can benefit from a little bit of a lubricity product in there, at least as they wear in. So we've talked about the inside of the magazine.
Yep.
Pretty straightforward. Then the next thing that you want to pay attention to is your feed lips. The feed lips have to hold your ammo, let go of it, and then they create the angle. But the first thing I do, and we felt this with your 25 Creedmoor, the inside of these feed lips can be pretty sharp from the metal stamping process. So back to my 600 grit. You can get in here and just real softly, and sometimes you'll use some sort of stick or a backer to get some pressure. And always realize that with feed lips, a little bit goes a long way.
Right.
Small adjustments or big adjustments. But I like to polish the inside of those feed lips so that the sharp steel doesn't cut into that brass and stick what you were talking about. And then the last thing that you'll do is you insert your magazine into your rifle, empty, run your bolt, make sure that your bolt is clearing your feed lips, and then you're going to add ammunition. And you want to make sure that your bolt face can grab the case head of that ammo, and that you are getting just a subtle angle upward, so that as your bolt passes behind and pushes that ammo, it's pushing it up into the feed ramp in the chamber of your rifle, and you're not sticking the meplats of your bullets into the breech face or something like that.
Sure.
So
yeah, the end of the 10 and whatever.
Yeah, you want to be at the right height, and you want to be at the right angle so that your bolt can grab the back of that ammo. You get a clean release from the feed lips, and nice shot up into your chamber to load and stick. Simple steps. They're going to save you a lot of grief. And rifle guys, we buy a magazine, we pull it out of the bag, and we expect it to, from the bag, be good for the next 10 years of riding around in our rifle packs and in our guns. And then you look at maybe pistol guys that will obsessively tune their mags after every single match and change springs and change followers. I don't know that they need to be doing that, and we don't need to be doing it the way that we do. A little bit of maintenance on your magazine will save you a lot of heartache and a lot of headaches.
Yeah, with this magazine right here, I have the Primal Rights 3D printed insert for 224 Valkyrie, and as a lot of you know, there was a huge amount of discussion that went on. If I'm going to build a bolt gun, what can I do to make a magazine work? And you can see there's this shim here in the back. The follower has a custom geometry, and in the video, I show thousandths of an inch difference, tuning and tweaking the lips does make quite a bit of a difference. And
something really useful you can do if your rifle is giving you feeding issues, try to set your camera up to look into your ejection port and shoot video, and then try to reproduce that issue. Because typically if you can see the issue happen, maybe slow it down and watch it frame by frame, You can isolate what's going on and you can fix it very quickly. And it's a lot more efficient than fighting your gun at matches or trying to figure out and guess and trial and error.
Yep.
Shoot a video in the ejection port, watch the problem happen. You can fix it almost every time.
Absolutely love it. Okay, so this is a great process. I think from now on, when I get an AICS style mag, I'm going to pop it apart. I'm going to give it this basic tune. I'm going to look at the Lucas product as well. In fact, if you click on that first link in the video description, I'll have a link to that particular product. Sounds like a great idea. Thank you, Craig, for coming and sharing those tips with us.
Absolutely, man.
Magazines can be a headache. Hopefully this helps you all out. And here's what I want to know. What do you do to tune your magazines? Please drop a comment and we'll start a discussion. Also, make sure you're subscribed with notifications because I got a lot more Area 419 content.
There's a bell right here, right? Click the bell so you get the notifications.
Subscribe with notifications. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Also, I've got Ultimate Reloader shirts at the Ultimate Reloader store. I'm on Patreon. Again, we got that full article with more info. Links in the video description. Thank you for watching. Until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.